Well, hello there, and welcome to episode 3 of Your Magnificent Mind. And today I'm going to be talking about the programs of your mind. If you don't know who I am, my name's Karen Turpin from karenturpin.com. I'm an abundance mindset master coach for female entrepreneurs. Now, we have all been programmed to be a certain way. We think that it's just the way we are. But really, the way we are, the way we behave, the way we think, act, feel, it's all a reaction to past events and past programming that we've received. So think about this. When you introduce a small child to new people and you preface that introduction by saying something like, oh, she's very shy, she doesn't talk much, you are subtly programming that child to become the way that you say she is. We've all been programmed by our parents or families to a greater or lesser degree, as were they by their parents and their families, and also by school and by society and by the current times that we live in. So it's not necessarily all done, maliciously to try to suppress us or hold us back in any way. It's just that they didn't know the effects of their words on our subconscious mind. Well, of course, unless they were a narcissist or something, but that's a discussion for another day. So our subconscious mind takes everything in, good or bad. It doesn't differentiate because it's a little bit like a computer. You can download anything you want onto a computer, and that computer, it doesn't choose what it takes in and what it doesn't. Whatever you decide to put in goes in. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that the outcome is going to be good. But our subconscious mind is just like that computer. It takes everything in. Now, we all know that there are some very strange websites out there and some strange apps. And if you hang around there too long, it can seriously mess with your head. Each time you go there, you will be programming all sorts of strange images and messaging right into your body computer, in fact, through your subconscious mind. Now, much of that you won't even know that you've taken in because it's all subliminal, much like what we're seeing all around us day to day in our real life and, of course, in the media, but it's coming at us from all angles, programming us with what is surrounding us, what we're hearing, what we're seeing. Now, imagine that you, as a little girl or a little boy, if you're a guy watching this, imagine the little girl with big dreams, dreams that you excitedly share with your family members, probably expecting that they would be just as excited about all of this as you are. But imagine being told that your dreams will probably never come true. It will probably never happen, because, maybe that's only available for rich people. Only rich people can do that sort of thing. Or you'll never have enough money to do that. Or something like, those lovely things only happen in the movies. It doesn't happen to people like us. Now, as that small child, your hopes and dreams may have been dashed in that one conversation before they even got off the ground. You might have given up on your dreams right there and then, especially if you were laughed at or made fun of or ridiculed in any way for having that dream, because that kind of humiliation will have impacted you much more strongly. To a young child, that can be absolutely devastating, an absolute shutdown of their future potential to dream or to set goals or to achieve what they really wanted to achieve in life. Because to a young child that is so dependent on the family circle for pretty much everything, as we are as children at that point, if they say that something is a certain way, that it's impossible, that it can't ever happen, well, then they must be right, surely, because we look to them for everything. If they say to the small child that her big dream is not going to happen, well, then it must be true, because her family wouldn't lie to her, would they? In fact, as a small child, does she really even know what the difference is between a lie and truth? She just lets everything come in because that's what we do as small children. Has that ever happened to you? Have you ever shared your dream and then been put down for it? It kind of did to me in a way, and I think it's true for most of us. So this is called negative programming. We've all experienced it in one form or another, if not as a small child, then certainly growing up into our teenage and young adult years. And each time this negative programming is repeated to us, the message is being hardwired into our subconscious mind. We then respond in the way that the programming instructs us to respond, which in this case, with the small child, would be to let go of a dream that we can't possibly achieve because it's just not available to someone like us. Now, it's estimated that in a fairly positive average home, you will have been told no, or what you could not do, or what would not work, more than 148,000 times before the age of 18. That's pretty astounding. If you were fortunate, you may have only been told that 50 to 100,000 times. By contrast, though, it's estimated that most of us can only remember being actively encouraged to follow our dreams or achieve our goals only about 5 to 10 times. Now, if the mind learns by repetition, which we know it does, which program do you think we will respond most to? Well, of course, the negative one, because it's been drummed in so many more times. But wait, don't feel disheartened, because now that you know this, now that you know how all of this works, you can begin to reprogram your mind with a better message. And you can actually completely override those old messages once you discover what they are and what they're connected to, where they really came from, which is the root cause. And of course, this is exactly what I focus on in Abundance Bootcamp with my clients that go through that course with me, and also in private session work with clients too. And it's very, very powerful and very, very effective. Literally just overriding those old programs. It's a little bit like removing a virus from your computer and getting it all clean again so that you can, really get the best from it. Awareness is the key. So as a first step, I would encourage you to dig in, of course, because it's always about the inner work. Start noticing the negative things that you say to yourself. Write them down. Big fan of writing things down. We think them and we think, oh yeah, I know that now, I've got it. But no, it disappears from your mind. Write it down. So much more powerful. So write them down as soon as you hear those negative thoughts. And very soon you will begin to see a pattern emerging. That will show you the negative programming that's running in your life, in your mind. And then you'll know what needs to be corrected in your thinking so that you can begin to override the negative pattern and replace it with a more positive one. So as always, of course, DM me if you need help or a suggestion of a next step. Make sure that you follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you like to hang out, Karen Turpin, Abundance Coach. You can also join my Facebook group, which is called Abundant and Successful Female Entrepreneurs, where I will share more tips and tricks to help you become the amazing, abundant woman that you were always meant to be, until such time as you shut down your dreams and stopped believing in yourself. So there you have it for today. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this resonates with you. As I say, DM me and let's get you back on track. I'd love to help you with that. So get your book out, start writing those negative thoughts so that you can override them. Let me know how you go, because I'd love to hear, and I will see you next week. Have a great week. Bye for now.